thank God for this wonderful day. We are truly blessed with your grace. We assure you that we will follow the protocols and remain safe at home until this COVID is erased from our home, the earth. Students, do you remember our last session about animals? Where the poet beautifully brings out the contrast between animals and human beings. He said that animals are better than human beings and they possess good qualities, whereas the humans forgot qualities like kindness, innocence, calmness, etc. Before that, from the diary of Anne Frank, we learned from Annie that she felt lonely, although there were 30 people around her. That's why she started writing the diary, where she could confide in, and she named it as Kitty. There is a connection between these two stories and today's new lesson, and that's the reason I did a short recap of those. Let's learn indeed now why we talk to pets or why we talk to diary. There is a reason behind, children. Let me connect these with one word. It's anthropomorphism. It is an attribution of human rights, emotion, or intentions towards non-human entities. Historically, it has been treated as a sign of childishness or stupidity, but it's actually a natural byproduct of the tendency that makes human uniquely smart on this planet, says Nicholas, a professor of behavioral science at the University of Chicago. The most common form of anthropomorphization is anointing inanimate objects with human names. This tendency has been around for over 1,000 years. For example, you name the vessel because it becomes your most important companion. You want it to believe it has vested interest in keeping you safe, even though it truly has no interest at all. There are three primary reasons why we might anthropomorphize an object. The non-human subjects look like it has a face. We would like to be friends with it, or we can't explain its unpredictable behavior. By understanding how each of these triggers work, we can understand why this tendency is both essential to human survival and intelligence. Now, let's connect you with this. You may also have such tendencies with you, talking with plants, cars, computers, etc. Where when your computer is not working, you may talk to your computer. What happened? Why are you doing this? Why are you troubling me? I need to complete this today. Please help me. So, this is called anthropomorphism. And so we all need somebody or something where we can connect ourselves with, where we can confide everything, where our secrets will be safe. Next in our agenda is pet talk. I'm damn sure you all must have debated about pets. Am I right, students? So, let me just recall a few points about pets. Pets are part of our everyday life and part of our families. They provide companionship, emotional support, reduce our stress level, sense of loneliness, and help us to increase our social activities. On the contrary, it can spread diseases. Taking good care of a pet is a bit expensive, and there are some ethical problems involved in keeping animal pets, where their natural habitat is affected and it may harm if it's not given good care. We often divide pet lovers into two categories, cat people and dog people. While cats and dogs still reign supreme as the most popular pets in the world, overall, in a study that surveyed 22 countries, 33% of the population owned a dog and 23 owned a cat. Statistics do not tell a complete story. Am I right, students? Okay, let's see some unusual pets around the world. Japan, owls to giant beetles. China, creature by land and sea. Middle East, pigeons since Mughal Empire, 16th century. Taiwan, the tortoise has deep cultural roots. Peru, the alpaca is a family favorite. So, what are weird pets then? Apart from usual pets like dogs, cats, fish, and birds, weird pets are becoming so popular in India. People do to show off even when they really don't want to. While on the other hand, some are really fond of pets. We have also learned this from our history that some kings had weird pets too. So it's understood. Now, let's discuss about predatory pets. Having a weird pet is okay when compared to exotic or predatory pets. Exotic pets are unusual animal pets. An animal kept with human households, which is relatively unusual to keep or is generally thought of as a wild species rather than as a pet. Providing appropriate environmental condition, housing, diet for an exotic animal may be difficult for several reasons. It's completely risk to humans because of their unpredictable wild nature, with some being physically capable of maiming or killing their owners. Government approval is needed to keep exotic animals as pets, and they have set of rules. So, if you are having a pet, give good care. If you want to get a pet, first choose a proper pet which is suitable for your environment and then get it. So, let's move to pet names. Giving a pet a name. You think it's just like that given? You're right, but not always. There are some websites to choose pet names too. Surprising, right? There is some psychology behind pet names. Some websites update their names according to the current trends too. Let's see the psychology behind. There are evidences indicating that people tend to view their pets as family members, so they name their pets with human names. And some name their pets after a movie, like most kittens were named as Simba after Lion King. Some vets say some names are familiar with pets and it's easy to train them, and there are some other reasons behind pet names too. Okay, students, with no more delay, let's get into the lesson now and you will understand why I talked about anthropomorphism and pet names. And this lesson is very, very important, children. When you think deeply, you can understand the real values said in this lesson. Mijbil the Otter. Gavin Maxwell was a Scottish naturalist. He lived in a cottage in Temesferen in the West Highlands in Scotland. He was best known for his non-fiction writing and his works with otters. He wrote a book, Rings of Bright Water, about how he brought an otter back from Iraq and raised in Scotland. He had a pet dog, Johnny. When Johnny died, he didn't want to keep a pet dog again for some time. But life without pet was lonely. So he decided to have another pet. He didn't want to have a dog. A dog again would remind him the previous bonding he had with Johnny, and that's why he must have decided some other pet, not dog. This shows that how much he was connected to his pet, and that's why I told you about anthropomorphism. The story begins with the author traveling to Basra along with his friend. During their journey, the author expresses his desire to domesticate an otter because after he had lost his pet dog, life had become lonely for him. His friend suggested that he should get one from the marshes along the river Tigris in Iraq. When they reached the destination, they found that only the friend's mail had arrived. After a few days, the friend left while the narrator was still waiting to receive his mail. Upon receiving it, he went to his room, only find an otter accompanied by two Arabs with a note. It was a gift from his friend. He named the otter Mijbil, or shortly, Mij. We don't know the psychology behind its name, but we do know that scientists gave his species the name of Maxwell's otter because the otter was of a race previously unknown to science and was at length christened by zoologists, or Maxwell's otter, after the name of its master. Live together, plus facilitator Maxwelli. It took some time for Mitch to open up and get acquainted with his new surroundings. Yes, we can see this nature with people as well. It always takes some time to get along with new environment. Unless they are comfortable in being with somebody, they choose to stay away from that person. I remember the word acclimatize now. It's a verb. It means to become accustomed to a new climate or new conditions to adjust. Okay, let's get back to the story. He was covered in mud to an extent that it took almost a month of cleaning and washing to reveal its actual color. Mitch loved playing with water so much so that he even learned to open the tap on his own. He believed that each drop of water should be squished and splashed till the bowl had been emptied. Everything was going smoothly in Bashra, but now it was trying to fly back to London. British Airlines did not allow animals, so he had to book another flight that allowed Midge with the condition that he had to be carried in a box. The narrator put him in a box an hour before the flight so that Mitch could get accustomed to it, and then he left for a quick meal. When he returned, he found that the box was still, and Mitch had created a mess by destroying the inner lining. As a result, blood was dripping out of the holes. Scared as he was, he hurried. They were far away from the airport, and there were only 10 minutes left for the flight to take off. He cleaned it all, hurried in a cab, and managed to reach just in time. He explained the series of events to a very kind and generous air hostess, who advised him to keep the box on his lap. Gavin developed extreme admiration for the air hostess, for she was very kind to him. As soon as he opened the box, the otter leaped out and disappeared, thereby creating a chaos. Passengers were frightened. A lady climbed up her chair, and in an attempt to get hold of Midge, the otter got himself covered in curry. The air hostess offered help and brought him back to Gavin, and finally they reached London. Midge was fond of playing ping pong balls and marbles. He even developed a game with Otter's damaged suitcase. It could keep him engrossed for a long period of time. Narrator took him for walks while taking the lead and played with him. People of London, being unfamiliar with otters, had wild guesses about what Midge was. Some thought it would be a baby seal, squirrel, or even a hippo. The most shocking reaction came when a laborer digging the hole asked the author, "What is that supposed to be?" And that's the lesson, children. Now, let's look at the hard words and interpretation. Each and every single para in this lesson has new words and phrases, which interprets a lot. I have taken a few students. I want you all to go through the text completely and do the homework given to enrich your vocabulary. Crossed my mind means came into my mind. A stone's throw means a very short distance. Thrall down, being under the control of. Let's see how this word is used in the lesson. With the opening of that sack began a phase of my life that has not yet ended. and may, for all I know, not end before I do. It is, in effect, a thraldom to authors. So he's mentioning about under the control of authors. Fixation means a strong attachment or feeling. In the same paragraph, he mentioned an author fixation. So the attachment and feeling towards the author. That's what he is trying to say here. The next word, medievally conceived, an imagination of Middle Ages. From the paragraph, you can see the creature that emerged from his sack onto the spacious tile floor on the consulate bedroom resembled most of all a very small medievally conceived dragon. So an imagination from the medieval period he is bringing out here. The next one, christened. It means next word, hostile, which is unfriendly, and then aloof and indifferent, that is keeping a distance. The author was keeping a distance in the beginning. Apathy means absence of interest. Crook of knees, soft inside part where you bend your knee. Fumbling, trying to do something in a clumsy manner. The author was fumbling actually. That's why he is saying that. Dreaded the prospect, was in great fear of something that would happen in future. See how the author interprets this in the paragraph. The days passed peacefully at Basra, but I dreaded the prospect of transporting Mitch to England and to Camasfren. He was very scared how to take Mitch with him to Camasfren. An appalling spectacle, a shocking scene. Let me take you to the text where I have taken this word. When I returned, there was an appalling spectacle. There was complete silence from the box, but from its holes and chinks around the lid, blood had trickled and dried. It was a shocking scene for the author. That's why he is saying it's an appalling spectacle. Next one, ricocheting bullet. A bullet which changes direction after hitting a surface. And the last one, infuriated, very angry. The officials were very angry that he was very late. They were hurrying him. So they were infuriated. Okay, students, let me recall the main points again. When Maxwell's dog died, he became alone without a pet. In 1956, he traveled to southern Iraq and there he thought of keeping an otter instead of a dog. His friend advised him to get an otter in Tigrish marshes. Two Arabs were squatting on the floor and a sack was lying beside them. They handed him a note from his friend. The narrator named the otter Mijbil. In the beginning, Mijbil was indifferent, but started taking a keen interest in his surroundings. Like every otter, Mijbil enjoyed splashing water like a hippo. It was really a difficult job to transport Mijbil from Basra to England. The British Airlines did not allow animals. So he had to book another flight that allowed Mitch with the condition that he had to be carried in a box. Mitch was packed up in a small box. The air hostess was quite friendly and cooperative. She suggested to keep the pet on his knee. As the box was opened, Mitch was out of the box in a flash. Passengers frightened. Mijbil disappeared and later on it was found beneath the legs of a turbaned Indian. Maxwell and Mitch reached London. Mitch invented his own game with the ping pong ball. The average Londoner could not recognize an otter and people started giving wild guesses about him. Mijbil was called a baby seal, a squirrel, a walrus, a beaver, etc. The most shocking reaction came when a laborer digging the hole asked the author, "What is that supposed to be?" Okay, children, that's the lesson. Okay, hope you all understood the story. Allow me to sign off now and let me come back with another beautiful session. Thanks for watching and have a good day.